That's done. Very, very cool. Giant African land snail. I've seen a couple of the shells, but I haven't seen a live specimen for a while. They're actually capable of withstanding the dry season by putting themselves back into the shell, and they almost have like a door that closes, calcium door, and it comes from the edge of the shell, and it just locks the moisture inside, so they can actually survive the dry season very nicely, ready for when it's raining again. Christine in Texas. Welcome. So he was almost saying, hey, what about us? Don't forget us. Yeah, a small group that go up ahead and actually find their way to pastures or water and almost guide the herd. Yeah, this is an old bull. That's right, you can come through. Obviously making use of the fact that it's overcast. They're finding some vegetation to gather, and then later on they'll probably go to the water holes or the mud wallows and chew the cud. Now that stance there, if you're on foot, that's a problem. That means he has seen you and he's working out what to do about you. And if you're on foot, you need to find a tree, just in case he decides, you know what, I don't like you being there. So just like with the elephant I was saying, they try and make themselves look big, they put the ears out and they'll put the head up. So he's getting our smell at the moment. I mean, we are actually quite a distance from him, so I shouldn't be bursting his bubble. Obviously the ears as well, the ears are higher up, trying to get the sound. I'm looking straight down the nose to try and get more information. So he's starting to chew what it was that he was collecting. But if now their warning to say that you're too close, so that was him being alert. I'm going to say when you're on foot, it means you have been detected. And obviously we know we've been detected. We've got a loud engine. But then if they go through the warnings, then as I say, the head up, they might jump around, they might thrash the bush with their horns and try and be intimidating. And that's what the warning is all about, is trying to intimidate and say, look, I'm not happy with you, back off. And if a buffalo comes, then he puts his head down and he's going to knock you with that boss. And you're talking about a ton animal following through a charge. Yeah, you're not going to look very pretty after that. That's why you look for the nearest tree. That's what we do. So we get in amongst everything. Wow, he's got impressive horns, so sure. Now you can see there's a gap between the horns on this buffalo, so he's not as old as the buffalo we saw just before. The other one was much older, and actually his neck was larger, and the dewlap underneath his neck, the flap of skin that starts to droop as he gets older, was much larger. Movement. I think there is 1 or 2 holes, but I think there's still a lot of vegetation over them. I say I would be surprised if she used this one because it's very open. As you saw with the 2 hyena dens we have been visiting, they set slightly off into the bush, and there's quite a bit of vegetation surrounding them, because obviously that will help to conceal them. How far will the hyena mum move her cub? And I think it depends on the network of dens. Oh, another Kudu bull. Very nice. Oh, and that sun's coming out now. Can you believe it? Like this. It feels nice and framed. Beautiful. Wow. Oh, I love Kudu bulls. So we saw the Kudu female before. She lacks horns, and you can see this male has a beautiful set of horns on him. Absolutely stunning. And you know it, don't you, buddy? One of the larger Kudus that we have here, and you can see nicely there's that lump just behind his neck, and that helps to counterbalance the weight that he's going to be carrying in terms of those horns, the nuchal lump. And you can see quite nicely those stripes on his body, helping to break up the outline when he's mixed in with all the vegetation there. Go. And as I say, we know of 5, possibly 6 hyena den sites within this 1,000 hectares that we traverse. But there's nothing to say that our family... Oh, there's the dwarf mongoose just crossing in front of us on the road. But there's nothing to say that there are more within this 1,000 hectares. I'm sure there are, and as I say, I'm sure there is. I'm sure she moved it into an area, or into a den site just right of us in this area. And there's nothing to say that this family doesn't go beyond that 1,000 hectares, that they might have other den sites on the other side of the roads that mark our boundaries. And of course, the mongoose doing that just to try and gain a bit of height. That's very characteristic of mongoose. Sounds like it's calling to other members of the family. Now, I have been hearing a few chirps on the left-hand side here. Oh, the rest of the members are actually further down the road. I can see them all on the road now. Here comes the Kudu bull. I wonder if we can get the Kudu bull in the shot with him. Oh, he's scarpered. He should start coming into frame now. There we go. Beautiful. Hi, Colleen from Winnipeg. So we will definitely come back here, maybe towards the end of tonight's drive, just see if there's any activity around when it gets a bit cooler. Tree squirrel. I wonder if this is the little tree squirrel that was trying to tell us something was there yesterday. Could well be. There's the dwarf mongoose just up ahead of him now. probably making use of each other actually. Get more eyes and ears. The true squirrel, there's only one, possibly two. I think this is another one. Could have been the same one that came out from the bush again. But while the squirrel's searching for food in the dung, you can make use of hearing the alarm calls of the dwarf mongoose if there's any problems. Oh. Here comes the rest of the family again. All the little ones. Oh, I wonder if they're going to start playing. Yeah. Oh, we've got the two squirrels just in front of us as well, playing. Yep. Oh, I love dwarf mongoose. They're probably one of the best things to watch. Comedy value. They're always busy, they're always doing something. Oh, did you see that one trying to jump? There might have been an insect on the grass or something, you just try and jump up to catch it. And as I was saying before, this is one of those animals where a pair will have, unfortunately, the rain did stop play for a little while, but hopefully you did enjoy what you did get to see, especially that elephant. That was just incredible. And that is something I'll never forget. I don't think Andrew will either. He's got a huge grin on him now, but certainly our hearts were racing at that point and the adrenaline was certainly kicking in. But yeah, as I say, nature is, you can try and predict as much as you like, but it will always do something unpredictable. And that is what I love about nature and wild earth. And I'm so glad that we get to share it with you on a daily basis now. And I'm so glad you got to see some dwarf mongoose as well. And hopefully the clouds will lift and we'll have a wonderful drive this afternoon. Keep your fingers crossed. Thank you very much, Andrew, for your camera work. And Brian back in final control. And we'll see you guys tomorrow this afternoon.